Hey there, welcome to day 106 of playing chess every day until I reach 1500 Elo. Currently we're at 1260 after one loss and one win in our last game, or games. And let's go ahead and jump into another one here today and see what we get up against. Alright, we're up against a 1285, we got black. He doesn't start with a pawn, he starts with his knight, so I'm just going to play d5. Okay, he played that pretty quickly. I think I'm going to play c6. I don't have much experience with this, though. What is this? If I take here, he can't take, and the knight has to move. Is that really good for him? It almost seems like that doesn't make sense. Have it check here. I can block. Maybe I should just take. I don't really know actually what opening it is though. Okay, I think I'm just gonna take because then the knight needs to move. Comes to one of these squares. I could maybe kick him again. I don't really want to push the F pawn, but could probably support this pawn in the center. I think I'm just going to take and just see what happens. Okay. I'm not going to play this. This seems dangerous. If he checks here, I don't know. Yeah, it seems like it could be dangerous. I think I'm going to play... Actually, I don't want to play that either because it's the same thing, pushing the F pawn. I think maybe I'll go here or just go the knight out. I think I like the knight coming out to defend the pawn. Okay, knight comes out. Okay, and then I think I'll just trade this off, and then we're just up a pawn. Also, he has to get an ice. Oh, no, never mind. He can take with the bishop. Okay, just take. Doesn't get an isolated pawn there. Can't go there. I think I'll kick the knight here. Guard this. I mean, the knight and the rook are guarding, so probably fine. Okay, and now he's sacrificing his knight. So this is looking similar to like the sacrifice from the alien gambit, but it's different. It's a different position. I don't really know that sacrifice too well though anyway. I don't really know how to combat it exactly. So you can't check there. You can't check here. The knight's guarding there, the king guards here. So I don't see too much danger. I can't see too much danger. If the bishop moves anyway. Oh wait, no, never mind. That's... Oh, no. I didn't realize that the queen is actually hanging here. Okay, so that's game over essentially. Okay, so yeah, let's just... Is there anything I can do? If this pawn were pushed forward, I could almost like... He takes the queen, and then I have a discovered attack on his queen as well, but the pawn's not pushed forward, so I don't think that works. Let me just take and just see if there's any way to make that happen. I don't think so, because this is pinned now anyway. Don't have any check immediately. Okay, gonna go ahead and resign. I mean, he's only at +3, but it's a queen, and my position is really terrible. So yeah, definitely gonna resign. I've never played that line before, but I think that must be a common trap. I didn't realize though. Take a quick look at the game review. That was one of the fastest games in a while. Okay, the game review actually was not showing up here for a second, so I went back to the start. It's only a few moves anyway, so all right, let's go back to the start. And yeah, I think like the moves he was playing were not good. He was just playing for a trap. Oh, somehow I switched to looking at it from his side. Okay, flip that back. Yeah, the moves he was playing, like that's a mistake. Then I take. It wanted me to just push this pawn forward, instead of develop the knight to defend. But yeah, like these moves that he's playing are just mistakes. So I think he's just going for a trap, but if I didn't fall for the trap, he would have been losing. And the trap was just pushing this. Wait. If I didn't push this, then it doesn't work because he doesn't have this check after, right? Or how does that work actually? What can I play? If I played something random, like this actually. Oh wait, no, that doesn't. Let's say I played something random over here. Okay, that's a mistake. He still goes for the sacrifice. Yeah, it didn't change it. So I needed to play, what was it? Knight to here. Then what happens if here? Oh, because it just guards the queen. Okay. That's all it comes down to. Is that I needed to guard the queen. So if I was aware of that trap, then I would have been winning. But I have never played into this opening, and I am not aware of this trap. But I'm sure it's probably a common trap. Yeah, brilliant for that one. Take, take. And then I didn't realize when I took this. I didn't really have. What should I have done? Just not taking the knight. But then if I don't take the knight, then I lose the rook if I move the queen. So yeah, it's totally lost just from this, just from pushing the pawn, not recognizing that threat. So if I ever end up in this opening again, I need to be aware of that. How do we even get there? Oh yeah, it's just like e4 after I already played d5. Yeah, it's weird. I've never had this happen. Never had this opening before. Okay, let's just jump into another one real quick because that was extremely quick. 15-minute rapid game. So I drop back down to 12:53 from that one. Alright, we're up against a 12:66. We got white this time. Play these couple moves quickly, and I'm going to play c4. I think c4 is good against these the knights like this. I don't know exactly why or exactly what the follow-up is, but I think it's good. Take. Okay, one thing I noticed is his bishop is closed in. He already closed the pawn chain. So I think I'm able to easily claim this diagonal. If I can claim the diagonal and open this file up, that would be good. I think I'll just drop back. I don't think he'll take. He could go here. I take. He takes. That doesn't seem that good. So let's just drop back. It's normally what I go for. And let's just... Do I want the knight? Yeah, let's just get the knight out first. So this is not a super useful move because his bishop is still back here. Normally they bring it out and then they close this pawn chain off. So instead I think I'll probably try to get the queen over to the other side. So do I want to go here? I have two defenders. There's these two attackers. He could drop back the knight like that, and then I would need to take. And if he takes immediately like that, take with the pawn. His knight can't come to these squares. It could come here though. Let's bring our bishop out first and just get it developed on the diagonal here. Maybe. Oh, okay, interesting. He pushes the pawn right away. That makes me wonder if I could somehow sack the dark square bishop for this pawn and open the king up, but I don't really see a good way to do that. I think I'm interested in starting with knight here though. We take there. Should I just go ahead and take this first though? Take. I think I'm ready to relieve this tension. I don't know exactly why, I just feel like I should at this point. Let's go ahead and break the tension there. Okay, he takes with the knight. interesting because the knight was going to be like the defender of potential mate threats here. So if I trade this, he takes here. This opens up. Maybe bishop comes back, queen comes forward, we're threatening mate. Um, also, if I just take, he takes, I take. He can take with the queen. I don't think we can force bad pawns, can we? Yeah, I don't think so. Not quite. Either way, I think I'll just take this. Oh, he does take. Oh, no, mind. That, yeah. He takes with the pawn there no matter what. He takes with that pawn. It's not supported right now because the knight's in the way, so maybe I could attack that pawn. Like here. Maybe he goes here. Here, here, here. That doesn't seem useful anymore because it doesn't kick the knight. We already don't have the knight there. I might just drop the bishop back and bring the queen here. What will he do to defend that? I guess maybe push a pawn or something. It seems like it could be useful still. Let's just drop the bishop. Okay, I think I'm going to kick his bishop here. He does have the pin, so it is kind of restricting me a little bit. Kick his bishop, he probably goes back. Yeah, that's annoying because then it's pretty hard to actually fix that pin. And I don't have another knight to guard it. But I could also just go here right now, immediately threaten mate, and ignore this. Then we'll see what he does in response. Oh yeah, because then I could also drop the bishop back to guard that way. Okay, I'm just going to try that. Okay. Missed that there was a check there, but I don't think it matters because I can probably just drop the knight back. If I could block with a pawn, that would be perfect. Should I also just consider bringing the king up? Then the knight is guarded. We're still threatening mate. The knight's still pinned. I think I'll just drop the knight back. Just to block. Okay, he takes there. I think I'll take with the king simply to maintain the threat of mate. Otherwise, I take with the queen, lose the threat of mate. Is it easy for him to stop it? I mean, he can play here. Then his king is getting a little bit weak there. I go here, I'm on a dark square. Does he have checks? Doesn't have a check here. I think just to keep my king safe, I think I'll just take with the queen instead of just relying on the threat of mate. Oh, well, he pushes this anyway. Yeah, let's just castle, I think. Or do I play here and then maybe just use this pawn with the rook? Maybe castle queenside, although I can't right now. I could always push this. Here. Can't quite trap him. Thinking maybe here also to attack that pawn. He could push it again, but then his pawns are really far out. I think I like that. Or he could push that one, but then again his pawns are really far out. Almost could sack here, but not quite. Here, his bishop could go back. This pawn gets weaker. Yeah, I would like to castle queenside. His bishop is just making it tricky, so I gotta figure out what I want to do about that. Here, he could go backward there. If he goes there, I just take. I think he would go back. Can't quite trap him. Alright, I think I'm just gonna go with this move for now. to attack the pawn. And then maybe if I play here, if he goes back, then we do trap him, so we actually force him to go further away. Oh, he guards it with his king. Okay, I think I'm going to go here, and we want to threaten to trap him, and then try to castle queenside and use our pawns to attack his king. Okay, here. This pawn is also pinned now, although it's not guarding anything. And if this pawn goes forward, then we have battery on this one. Probably would push it, but yeah, his king would be not as safe. I think queenside castle right away is probably going to be the right idea here. Or start pushing, try to open this up. He pushes though. Not sure what I would do exactly. Okay, let's just castle. Okay, he's trying to create an attack, but I think I can attack him quicker. Push a pawn here. If he pushes, take. I go there, he pushes. I need to get my queen more involved too. I think I will just push this to open everything up. Double attacking that. And if he takes, I just take back with this bishop and we have more attackers involved. Okay, let's see what he does here. I don't think taking would make a lot of sense for him. If he doesn't take, maybe I'll take. I'm not sure. Or I mean, I probably would just take here first. Only thing is if he pushed this pawn, would that be an issue? No, because I can just take it with the bishop. It doesn't trap my bishop in. Because the queen and the bishop would both be covering that square. He's taking his time on this one. I think he could be in trouble if we're able to break apart those pawns. Okay, instead he just pushes. How concerning is him pushing? Doesn't seem like it's that concerning. Because if he pushes again, I could probably take like that or just do that. Come here. I don't know, it doesn't seem like super dangerous. Here, push, we take. I think I'm just going to take the pawn. We always have the rook guarding here. We have this bishop guarding here for now. Okay, I'm going to take. Okay, he wants to trap the bishop, but I'm not going to let him do that. Now, where should I put the bishop though? Should I go here to attack the queen? probably just come all the way back. That probably makes the most sense. Actually, if I push here or take, then this pawn becomes pinned to the queen or to the king, and then he can't push it anyway. So maybe I could even do that. Take. He takes here though. Then I have this threat. I think I'd rather just lock it up, push like that, instead of taking there. Either that or do I just play the safer move of just dropping the bishop all the way back? I think maybe I should just play the safer move because there could still be some danger down the line with this. Alright, let's just play the safer move. Now we're up a pawn. Still creating an attack on his side. Let's push, I think. Push this pawn. Do I take here first or push here? Then we attack this, but not. Wish my queen was in front. Maybe queen here. I'm still not threatening anything there. If I pin the pawn though, then go here, then I'm threatening queen here. Okay, now let's just push the pawn. Just try to get the rook open. Because I don't have either rook in the attack quite yet. No open files there. Okay. If he pushes here, do I take? I don't know. If I push here, he takes, I take. If I push here, he can push, that doesn't seem to do anything. Or he can take, then I can take. Then the rook can come in, and I probably have to block it or something. Push. Probably would just take like this. He takes, I take here. Then I'm not guarding this pawn, so maybe I would lose it, but... Oh, but then I would have this fork after. If he takes, I push and there's a fork. Because I have these two defenders on it. But do I push this and try to go for that, or do I just push here, threaten to open this up immediately? Well, this comes with check if I take here. And if he takes, I take back with check. So I think this is... I think I will just go for this either way. Because no matter what he plays, I can take with check right after. Actually, if he pushes here, he pushes. But then I can take threatening the queen. So I'm going to push first. And then I might end up playing b3 potentially afterwards. To see if he goes for that idea of take, take. Okay, he just pushes right away, but I can just take with check, he moves, and then I can move. And then his king is really opened up. Take with check, he takes here, I guess. Either way, his king is very opened up. Take here, but then he can just take. I have another check. I do have this check. That seems like it must be good. This is cut off, this is cut off, this is cut off. This is cut off. So then he has to go back. He only has this square. Seems like it's good. This, if he takes here, Yeah, if he does take here, then he's able to promote, I think, because I can't really stop that. So I can't let him take there, so I either need to take here immediately and go like that, or um, which I think maybe check first, and then take here probably, just to get my rook completely involved in this attack. Go check. Okay, comes there, and I think I'll just take. Unless do I have anything else? If I go here and he takes check, he's able to escape here. Okay, let's just take. Okay. I can take again, and then if he checks, I can just come up, I think. I guess he doesn't have check there, I can just take that with the queen. So yeah, I think just here, if he does go here, then we trade the bishop. Okay. He's gonna take. We're also threatening the fork now. Well, actually, no, we're not, because he has two defenders. No, yeah, if he takes here, then I'll fork. I'll push the pawn, because then I have three defenders. Still want to find a way to swing my queen in. Right now I can't. If I could move this dark square bishop, and then I'd be able to come in here with check. You'd have to go here. Then the rook's looking at me. Where would I go after that? Not sure exactly. I don't see a way to checkmate because his king can always escape onto these squares, and I don't see a good way to prevent that. Actually, I am noticing also that the bishop is actually pinned to the knight, so maybe that could be useful. Here. Is it? If he takes here, I take here. No, it doesn't quite work, I don't think. Yeah, he does give the check. I think I'll just come up. And I mean, if he wants to like trade the rook, I'm up materials, so I think that's okay. He trades the rook. Now, do I take with the king or with the queen? If I take with the queen, then maybe I'm threatening to come up to here. Do something that way. If I take with the king. Only thing is, if I take with the queen, he does have this check. I don't know if I want him to have that check. Not sure if it matters too much. I think I'll just take with the king. Hard to say for sure, though. He checks here. Just block. Alright, just take with the king. Might not be the right way, but it feels maybe a little bit safer. I never like when the knights can infiltrate with checks. Back here, I always get into trouble like that, so. Also, this way with the queen and the bishop here, I think we still, if he takes, we still maintain the threat of forking, which is good. And we keep this bishop supported, we prevent the check, so It seems better overall to keep the queen here and bring the king back down. Is there a way I can take advantage of the pin of the bishop being pinned to the knight? If I could add an attacker, could go here and threaten to go here. No, but if I go here, I cut off the defense of my rook. Okay, he attacks this bishop. Then I think I can fork. If he takes, I take, and we trade down. Or I just, actually I should probably just take here right away. This pawn's still guarded. I think I'll just take here. So I go here, he takes, I take, I don't know, it looks kind of weird. Maybe it's good, I'm not totally sure. I think I'll just take this way with the bishop. Just try to trade. We could give the check, but then I go here, then the bishop has to move again, and we're threatening the knight. Now we can bring the knight in, queen's guarding it, but it doesn't have check right away. And I don't think it threatens anything. Alright, we get our trade. And I think, yeah, we want a pawn from, do we want a pawn from that trade? Yeah, we want a pawn from that trade, but now he's attacking it. Could go here to defend it. Or do I just go here now to threaten that? Oops. Then where do I go? I kind of want the rook to move, actually. Maybe I'll defend the pawn with the rook. Then I'm preparing to give check here. Then we cut off his escape squares. That actually seems pretty powerful. So yeah, maybe rook can move and just defend this. Okay, yes. He does have that check. He could take the pawn. Let's see. Should I go here? Then either he trades, or if he doesn't trade, he could go trade. Then he can't take here because it's still guarded. But if he doesn't trade, then I go here. And then he might be in a lot of trouble because then he goes here, I go check. He goes over. I can't take the rook though because the knight guards it. That's kind of annoying. Also, I have the check here, but then I block the bishop from coming in. I think I might just do king up for now, because I'm still threatening this, which I like. He takes this pawn though, attacking the bishop. Then I go here. Where does he go? Okay, I think I will just go here to try to trade. Maybe not give up the pawn right away. Because I didn't see a super strong follow-up after the check here immediately. Maybe there is, but then I'm also threatening to come in like this, do something. So maybe we'll just get the trade and then I'll be up a little bit of material. And I'd also be threatening to trade the rooks off. which would be quite nice. Even if I lost the pawn after, I don't think that would matter too much. Actually, I guess if I went here, he could block with the knight, but then his whole position is kind of cramped. Okay, he takes the trade. Didn't want me to go in there and check him. Oh, well now we can get our rook trade, right? Here, here. Oh yeah, then the knight has to take. Then my pawn is free. So, is there any other reason to maybe play here? Here, comes down. That doesn't do anything. Yeah, let's just take the trade. Anything else? Take. Don't have that. Don't have anything here. Yeah, I think I just take the trade. Okay, and then let's just bring our king up maybe. Do I attack here? Maybe pawn up to here also to just cut off his king. Kind of like that. If he attacks it with his knight, we can defend it. Okay, I think I kind of like that to start. Actually, I can just take the knight if he attacks there. I guess if he does hop back here, I probably end up losing this pawn. Okay, he doesn't do that anyway. Do I want to give check? Actually, he just totally restricted his knight, didn't he? Because, well, no, I guess he can hop into here now. Let's bring our king up. I think that makes sense to do. Can attack here, he can always defend it. Yeah, let's just bring the king up, and then I can defend this pawn. Okay, he's just moving his king. Okay, defending these two pawns. Comes in, defend this one. Like that. Okay, probably will just go here. Or do I just maybe push again? Maybe come up. Yeah, I don't really want. I want to threaten to trade if he tries to hop in there. So let's go here. So then he only has those two squares hopping back. If he goes here, then we trade, and then it's just simplifying is just going to make it easier. Okay, he goes back. I could push. Then what does he do? He could go here to attack the bishop. Bishop moves here, maybe. I don't know. Knights can be tricky at the end here. Maybe I'll just go here, because then I connect to this pawn. We kind of kick him again, threaten to trade. He can't come down here. He can't go here. He can't go here. Where does he even go? Can't take here. He has to go like back or something again, I think. Let's just try that. Alright, he goes back. Let's bring the king up. Now we can maybe push this pawn. Okay, knight comes back in. Still can't come into here. This is guarded. I think let's just go here. Take. This is guarded. We're threatening to trade. Still can't hop into here. Alright, now he's threatening to take the bishop. Let's drop back. And how should I drop back? Let me just go here. Just stay connected to this pawn for now. If he pushes that, I can take it for now. And then I might start pushing these two. Okay, these are not a threat. Which one should I push? These and try to make a pass pawn here? Or just this one? Let's start with this one. I just have to be really careful about any kind of weird threats. Like, is that? I mean, that's just a trade. Knights can always be really tricky. Alright, I think I will just push these ones. Try to make a pass pawn on this side first. Okay, I'm fine trading. Is there anything else tricky? I don't think so. Let's push here, or do I go here? He can take, I can take here. Okay, let's just go here. Don't want to take too long. Just try to encourage the trade. He can't hop into here, actually. Go there, he could go back. Okay, he goes there. Is that threatening anything? This is all guarded. Let's just push here. Oh wait, but then that hangs this. So I can't do that. If I go here, where does the knight go? He goes there. Let's try to bring this pawn up. It's guarded. Yes. What does he have? I don't think he has much. I'm still scared of knights though at the end like this. They always end up forking something, so I'm just trying to avoid any forks. And I'm kind of tired. I feel like I'll easily miss a fork right now. So just got to prevent that, and then we're okay. But right now the knight is kind of just doing its own thing, so I'm going to just try to push this one. And this promotion square is covered by the bishop, which is nice. Yeah, I think I'll just push. Okay, let's push. I can't push this one yet. Let's push, can't push that one yet either. Let's go here maybe? You just connect these two and kind of cut off his king and then maybe push a different one, like this one. Bishop and pawn can... I like getting these, like bishop and pawn together at the end. Can be pretty useful. Okay, he has check here. Don't think that's an issue. Let's just push this. Okay, he gives that check. I'm going to come down. Yeah, I think down. Probably come up or just push the pawn. Okay, let's just come up first. Oh, actually, he has... Never mind, I forgot he could take that, but it's not a big deal because I can try to get over here. Promote this pawn. Okay, if he takes one, I take the other. Actually, I'll just push this one first. But then, how do I come down to guard that? Okay, let's just go here. If he takes... Yeah, if he takes a pawn, then I'll take his pawn. Then I should have this one at the end to promote. If he trades everything. Okay, take. These two are still connected. He can't bring the king in. The knight can't really hop anywhere useful, I don't think. I'll go here. He can come in. I think I'll go here first. Actually, do I need to? Yeah, I'm gonna go king over first. And just go here. Okay. Now we still have our pawn, so. Got a little tricky, but we just have to force his king to move away now. Let's see if we can do that. Yep, just go. Where do I go? Here. Can't come back, so I can push it next. And then we wait. There's not a. Wait a second. It's a stalemate, isn't it? Here, that's cut off. Everything's cut off if I promote. So bishop has to come back first. Then he has squares. So bishop could just go like here. And he's able to go here. I think I just missed the. That was so easy to fall for that stalemate. Because you forget that the bishop is cutting off that last square. I think I just narrowly avoided that. Okay, now he resigns. That was his last hope, and I was very close to falling for it. And now, I think between the two games, that first game I totally got destroyed by a quick trap, and then the second game, I got 8 points. I think the first one I lost 7, so I think I actually gained 1 elo. So we technically just hit another new high, even though it's only by a single elo point. But yeah, we're still climbing up a little bit, past 1250, heading up towards 1300, and I'm in today at 1261. Okay, I actually just realized that I completely forgot to do a game review for the second game. Um, so I'd already rendered the video and stuff, but I just went back and I'm going to add on the game review. I don't know why I forgot that. I'm just tired. So yeah, here we are in the game review. I actually had pretty good accuracy, 89.2, and it gave me a 2000 game rating, and he had 81.6 accuracy with an 1800 game rating. Looks like I had a miss, and he had a bunch of. I had no blunders. He had no blunders. He had a bunch of mistakes though, and then a handful of inaccuracies, and I had a couple inaccuracies as well. It does look like I had a lot of best moves, so that's good. 32 best moves. And yeah, let's go ahead and go through the moves real quick here. Okay. Standard London. Yeah, once again, C4 is best. There's a lot of setups where I've been kind of learning which ones C4 is best and which ones you just stick to the regular setup. And when they bring both the two knights out here like this against the London, you want to play c4. And you also want to play c4 if they do the copycat bishop here, like bishop to f5. Then you want to play c4 if they ever play c6 early on. Generally, I think you want to play c4 against that. So yeah, those are kind of the rules I've been more or less following. So 2 knights, we play c4, that was best. Knight out was best. Did want me to just take the bishop, but dropping back was still excellent. Alright, knight out was best here. This was good. Taking was excellent. So, okay, everything is looking good. That was inaccurate. Alright, so here's the first inaccuracy. Although, interestingly, even though I don't think he's made any errors, really, we already, before this inaccuracy, had almost a +1 advantage. So that was pretty significant. Why was this inaccurate, though? It says it isn't a mistake, but there was something better. Let's see what should I play? It wanted me to just drop the bishop back. Okay. Oh yeah, I guess to try to create the checkmate idea again, just we get an extra tempo to drop the bishop back first and then use the queen to come forward. If he takes, we take here. Our pawns are still fine. Okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense instead of me taking first. Just helps us get to this idea of bishop back, queen here first. And then I played it after, but now it's only good. It actually wants me to push a 3. Are we trying to prevent the knight from coming in? Yeah, I guess the knight coming in is annoying because if this is my idea, the knight coming in would fork bishop and queen, and then you trade the bishop off. So it kind of all these moves become pointless if he can play knight to b4 here. So I guess that's why it wanted me to push that first. Okay, he comes back here, pins this. This was a little bit annoying, but I realized that if I just play here and threaten the mate anyway, then I'll have some solutions afterwards to try to deal with this pin, like just drop the bishop back or something like that. It does say it prefers castling first, but the move I played here was still excellent. Okay, he gave this check. I wasn't really looking at this, but at this point we could just drop the knight back. It wants me to play king f1. That looks so bad though, because then the rook is totally trapped, and I don't have a good way to push this pawn to like create a little safe space for the king, because the bishop is blocking it here. So for some reason the engine likes that, but I would definitely not have played that. Instead I block with the knight. Okay, position is equal roughly. It's slightly in black's favor, but essentially equal. He takes. That was inaccurate though. It wanted him to push this pawn to prevent the mate threat first. Okay, I take down. It did prefer taking with the king. I thought about that one for a while, I believe, but I figured it was safer to just take with the queen here, and the engine still thinks it's totally fine. It says excellent, and then castle, rather than kind of play this risky setup with the king coming out to the center right off the bat. Like, I almost always end up regretting playing that. So even if the engine likes it, I think it was the best decision for me to just stick to the safer setup. And then he still played that to block, but there's not even a mate threat anymore, so I don't know why he played that. And at this point, we have plus 1.84, so position's looking pretty good. Material's equal, but we're like winning pretty significantly. We attack the pawn, he blocks. We threaten to trap the bishop, he goes back. Then we castle queenside, but apparently this was inaccurate. What did it prefer? It preferred the rook to just come here, so it really does not like me castling. Didn't want me to castle this way, it wanted king f1, and now it wants the rook to come here, no castling queenside. I mean, I thought with his king kind of a little bit weak here, with these pawns out in the open, and the potential for an attack, I thought it made sense to castle queenside and just get my rooks involved and start attacking, pushing pawns. You missed a better way to develop further. So it preferred the bishop, the rook just coming here, and then what does that even do though? I don't know. Just one more piece joins the action. It just likes to develop to this file. Okay. I don't know. Generally we want to connect the rooks, so that's what I went for. Then he starts trying to create his own attack on my king here, just throwing these pawns forward, but the engine doesn't really like it too much. It said this move left their pawn hanging. Oh yeah, the pawn over there. Yeah, then I took that pawn, had the double, had this little battery going, and I think he really wanted to trap the bishop, but he realized he actually couldn't do it because I could just take. So he tried to bring the rook over, hoping I would just leave the bishop here. Then he would try to trap it, because then you would have two guards, the rook and the queen. But I just slid back. We're not going to allow that. Although apparently the engine wants me to just push forward with the pawn. It's actually not worried about getting trapped. At one point I thought, oh yeah, I thought that if he does push here, that I could do something with this check. Does that work though? Because then check, the king could take here. I don't know. I'm not sure how that would work, but yeah, I wanted to just play it safe and get the bishop back. Okay, yeah, we push the pawn. He starts creating this little attack. Now I thought about this one for a while and decided, okay, if I just push again, no matter what he does, I can like take with check, or if he takes, I take here with check with the rook. So I don't have to worry too much about the pawns when I have a more imminent threat. So I just went ahead and played h5, and he played that. That was best. We take with check. It actually prefers me to take here first. I Just take a quick look at what it. I'm just curious what it wanted here. That's inaccurate to take. Then I go here. Wait. Oh, then he can't. Yeah, then it's a double attack here. Oh, okay. So I'm just taking there just to open the bishop up. Wait. But if I take here, open the bishop up. What if he just takes the bishop? Then I take. No, then it takes here with check. I don't know. I don't think I wanted to do this because then it looks like I'm losing a rook too. Or I could be. Like if I take, he takes. Or, I don't know. It doesn't look good. But apparently it's fine. What if he take? I mean, that looks pretty bad because you have no king safety. Well, then I just take here with check. Oh yeah, that's pretty bad actually. Let me just go back to what we actually played. I think I played the safer moves that seemed. Oh, that's a miss? Oh, because I had this check? I think I didn't realize I still had this check at this point. Did I? Here. That's cut off, this is cut off, this is cut off, so he still only has this square. And then after he plays that square, what do I do after that? Then I go, actually let me see, if he does go up, oops. If I go here and he goes up, then I go check here. Then he only has this square. Ooh, this looks really bad. Here, we double check, he takes. Ooh, check here. And is that mate? Yeah, that's mate. Okay, that would have been really cool. Cool, brilliant move there. But no, I don't think I realized that I had this check, so instead I went for the check with the rook. I think I might have played this one, actually, if I realized I had it. So we go for the rook check. Let me go back to it. Here it is. That was a miss, though. Then we take there. That was best. Come up here. He trades, and at this point, I'm up 2 pawns, so I'm like totally fine with these trades. Get the trade of the bishop. Knight attacks. We drop back with the rook. That was best. Queen over was best. We're threatening the queen trade and threatening to come in here and start checking the king and almost have mate, but it's not quite mate though. But I'm sure it probably would win something. Let me see what would happen actually. Let's just say he drops back. Oh, it wants that check first. It wants the bishop first. Ooh, that looks worse actually. Then the queen. And now he's almost, I can't go there because the knight, but he's almost getting mated. If I go here, I'm not sure. I can't quite see a mate, but it looks like there's almost mate right there. It might have even been mate in 1. I don't know. Either way, it made sense that he wanted to go ahead and trade. That was best for him to go ahead and trade the queen. But then now we've just simplified the game a little bit. And then he dropped the king down here. And I checked, and we take that nice trade. And the knight also jumps back to the edge of the board. Then we just start activating the king, slowly pushing the pawns forward. A lot of best moves here, it looks like. So maybe this is why my accuracy was pretty high, because I guess I played pretty accurately in the endgame. At one point, I did blunder a pawn a little further here, but it didn't matter too much because I was pretty close to promoting. Let's see. So we had the check here. We were just dancing around slowly, trying to make progress. Oh yeah, that's where I blundered the pawn. But the engine didn't even care. It didn't say I made a mistake, so that pawn just wasn't even important, I think. Because I have this other one that's about to promote. Okay, then he takes this other one, but I think... Yeah, I was letting him take that one because then I would take his pawn, and then we have this last one that can promote. Then he just sacked the knight. And he... I don't know at what point he noticed that he almost had this stalemate idea. But he might have even noticed it like really early on here. And then was really trying to noticing that, okay, bishop looks here. This is going to be my only escape square. Pawn comes here, promotes. Everything is cut off except the king's not in check, and the bishop gets the last escape square cut off. So at some point he was noticing that, I think, and really hoping for that to turn into a stalemate. It's actually funny that it calls that a mistake, because I think that, like, it seemed like a smart move because he actually set himself up for the stalemate. Because if I promote, yeah, that's just stalemate because he can't move. Okay. So really good thing we didn't fall for that. I'm happy I didn't fall for that. I think I almost did, and then I just caught myself for a second. Like, wait, something looks off here. Bishop's a little too close, and everything is cut off. And so I think, even though the engine said it was a mistake, I think this was a good move because it almost trapped me, almost led me into a trap. And then once I dropped back, he knew that I saw that and that I was about to promote, so he went ahead and resigned. And yeah, apparently we played pretty well. A lot of best moves. Where was that one miss? Oh yeah, the miss was here. Didn't see that check. No huge mistakes, I don't think. I'm just clicking back through. Yeah, I don't think I had any mistakes. I just had some inaccuracies. Yeah. So okay, it's weird because I felt like I was gonna miss a lot of stuff. I was kind of tired, and I kept getting scared of different things that might happen. Especially after that first game where I just fell immediately into that opening trap. But then I actually did play pretty well. So yeah, this has been day 106. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on day 107.